Greetings. My name is Sydney Murray and I'm a senior biology major at Morehouse College. In the fall, I will be beginning medical school to pursue my MD. I am lucky enough to have 3 acceptances. One from Emory School of Medicine, another from Vanderbilt University Medical Center, and one from Howard University College of Medicine. Throughout my journey, I have frequently gotten the question, why medicine? And I always find it interesting because my journey to medicine is quite unconventional. I say this because while so many of my classmates and colleagues express that they always want to be doctors and knew since they were young, that was not my experience. Coming from an underserved community, the idea of giving back to similar communities was always there, but I had no idea what that would look like. Growing up, none of my teachers encouraged medicine as a viable career goal for me. I was lucky enough to attend Morehouse College and meet some phenomenal mentors that sparked my interest. They poured into me and showed me that a career in medicine was possible. However, there are a couple moments that happened outside the classroom that turned this general interest in medicine into a passion. The first came from an unlikely source in my part-time job as a to-go worker at a local sports bar. As a part of the kitchen staff, most of my colleagues included low-income minority workers. I got to hear all sorts of conversations, yet the ones that stuck out to me most were those regarding their or their family's health. I worked this job during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, so these conversations seemed to happen quite frequently. The symptoms varied, but one thing remained constant. None of them were willing to seek medical advice. Most justified their refusal by describing their distrust or lack of accessibility to healthcare. I found this especially disheartening because in all the workers I could see a glimpse of my community back in Decatur. It got me thinking about how they and so many other marginalized communities might be feeling the exact same way during this time. The second experience that sparked my passion in medicine came during the time I spent shadowing an African-American internal medicine physician named Dr. Ojo. This was the first time I was able to observe the patient-physician relationship from an outside perspective. Dr. Ojo made it a point to know almost all of his patients personally. This allowed me to observe the impact a kind and personable physician can have on their patients. His patients seemed to trust him, not only because he was a doctor, but also because he was one of them. Most importantly, I watched the feeling of trust wash over the patients and be multiplied tenfold as he dealt with other patients of color. The combination of all my experiences draw me toward the medical profession. I want to deliver high-quality care to underserved communities. Additionally, I want to use my position to ameliorate the much-justified medical mistrust among African Americans. I want to be a role model for students like me who were not encouraged and help them to know that medicine is a possible career goal for them as well. Ultimately, I view a career in medicine as a tool that puts me in a unique position to bring positive change to my community. I would appreciate if the Congressional Black Caucus would provide me the financial aid to continue toward my goal. Thank you, and I would be honored to merit consideration.